Hello. Hello, my dementia followers. I'm just going to go and dip my feet in this sea. I'm at Robin Hood Bay. Just about to set off coast to coast. Bit embarrassed because there's a lot of people around. Still embarrassed talking to camera. Hopefully by the end of this I'll be a lot better. It's been a nightmare getting here, but that's it for morning. Positive thinking. Oh, there's a bit of water here. Does that count? No. No, I'll go a bit further. I'll turn it around and let you have a look. Oh. That is amazing, isn't it? That is amazing. I'm not going to be doing much filming because I've got here very late. There, that'll do. I don't want wet feet for the rest of the trip. I've got here very late, so I need to put my foot down and I need to get to, I think it's where that lake is. I've forgotten the name of the lake. So I'll speak to you soon. How we doing, my dementia followers? What a shit day yesterday. God, it was hot. It was hot. I didn't have enough water. There is no shops, nowhere to get no water from, no streams running. Yesterday was bad. I didn't get half as bad. Today is not much better. I tell you what it is, I really believe that. Oh, I was so tearful yesterday. I now know that dementia's kicking in now. Everything I do, I'm going off the track every 2 minutes. I did miles of walking for nothing, not on the track. I feel a bit deflated today with it. I don't know. For anybody who's suffering with dementia, I know I keep saying it, but it is lousy. It is lousy. You know, you start to have bloody... You shouldn't say it really, but you do. You have suicidal thoughts all the time. See, why am I bothering? I'm getting worse daily. Why am I bothering? What's coming next? Being spoon-fed in a bloody hole. I just don't want it. And I'm trying to have a bit of quality of life doing these things. Why am I bothering? Because I'm set myself up to fail. What did I do yesterday? I think I did 17 miles yesterday. But I think in all I did about 28 miles. And that's the same everything I do now. I just put things down. Oh, I've lost my hat. I've lost my hat. I've lost my microphone for camera. I've only been out a day, 2 days. Trying to find a bit of confidence. We'll just turn this round. This is nice. Ennerdale. Ennerdale Farm. I actually thought it was where they filmed Emmerdale Farm, but it's not Emmerdale, it's Ennerdale. I think what I need to do today, I'll tell you what I am doing today. I'm going to push another 5 mile, then I'm going to set my tent up and have an L and I and Rico. Rico. Set me now. Hey, there's somebody coming out, sprinting along like for Christie. At the moment, it's not just this, it's everything I'm doing at the moment. You know about my dad being poorly. He goes into a home today. We're not allowed to see him for 2 weeks. So that's upsetting me. Anyway, speak to you in an hour. Over and out. Try again. I don't know if you can see this or if I'm just screwing it up. So I had a bad day yesterday, struggled. Bad back. I haven't eaten since I've been here. I've been stupid. I haven't been doing my medication properly. Really tell dementia's kicking in. I feel like shit today. I called it, I made it past Ennisdale, the lake. Somebody told me to call it youth hostel. So there's two youth hostels. I thought if I just get a good night's rest, I'll be okay. They were both full. They both turned me away. They told me to walk an extra 5 miles to a place called Black Sail Youth Hostel. So I marched on, got there. There were people there. They said, it's all right. They'll let you stay. You haven't booked. Apparently, you have to book online. I couldn't book online anyway. I don't know how to do that on my phone anymore. The chap came up, a chap called Mike. He booked everybody in first, gave them the keys. Then he said to me, what's happening? I said, unfortunately, I haven't got a booking. You know, is there somewhere I can sleep or can I pitch a tent outside? He said, no, you'll have to walk back to Ennisdale. I said, well, that's 12 mile away. I'm not feeling too good. Not my problem. So in the end, bit of toing and froing. I was telling him I'm not well. Not his problem. So then he pointed over the hills. He says, if you head over that way, there's some trees there. You can wild camp there. Which I have done. Well, he came walking over about an hour after this incident, saying, right, if you can make it back down to them other youth hostels, they're going to give you a bed for night. Well, that was 5 mile. So I said, no, Mick. Do you know what, Mick? Go away. He said, well, I could report you for wild camping here now. Stay clear of that place. So today, I'm packing it in. I'm packing it in. Once I've dealt with somebody rude and it's got to my head, it's only up there. It's only a couple of 100 yards up there. I've never dealt with somebody as rude in a long time. A long time, just full of himself, no compassion. You know, somebody turns up. It's what's wrong with you? Well, I don't need to go into that, do I? Well, I can't help you if I don't know what's wrong with you. So well, I've got dementia and I think I've got my medication wrong. I knew I'd got my medication wrong because I hadn't taken it. Well, you're going to have to walk back down. Do you know what dementia is? I'm having hallucinations. I'm hearing voices in my head. I can't. let's be realistic. I shouldn't even be doing this. But I'm trying to prove to us all out there what we can and what we can't do. And this is definitely something that we can't do. You start daydreaming, you wander off track, or you just stop. You'll be stopped in that position for an hour and not realise. It is awful. It's got to back of my throat this last 3 days. So today I'm going to show you. I've got to get to the top of there and further. I think I've got to do about 12 mile. Hopefully my wife's coming to pick me up, but there's no internet here. It wouldn't even let me use internet. They won't let me. I can't charge me charging bank to charge my phone. Won't even let me do that. That's a youth hostel. Oh, come on, somebody give me some good luck for once. Now, I think that's the way, because my navigation's run out on my phone. So all I'm doing is walking up to the top of a mountain. I don't know. And nobody talks. Nobody says hello to you. Nobody says good morning to you. Right. That's it for me, morning for now. But over and out. Good morning, my dementia followers and friends. Back in Huddersfield. Didn't finish coast to coast. Absolutely gutted. Just what meant to be. I went 3 days realistically without eating and taking my medication. Just thinking on mileage. Yeah, it's tough. It's dementia caper. I should have been thinking the other way. Mileage didn't matter. It didn't matter how long it took me. So stupid. Fitness let me down. Fitness is going to let me down because I want eating and I want taking medication. Day 3 by hallucinations, both talking in my head and visual hallucinations were crazy. It was day 2 when I called it. Day 2, I was in a bit of desperation, really. I called it Black Sail Youth Hostel. And I was in rag state when I got there. So, like, I think I told you in the last video, I don't know what the videos are going to turn out like. I told you in the last video, I got there, they asked me if I'd booked in. I said no. They said you needed to book online. I couldn't do that anyway. I can't book online. Then some more people turned up. They said, there's plenty of space here. There won't be a problem. Won't be a problem once people turn up that run it. So a chap turned up called Mick. I watched him give everybody the keys, send them to the rooms. And he knew I wasn't booked in. He says, what can I do for you? I said, I've got a problem. Can you give me a room or can I pitch a tent outside? Bluntly, his answer, well, you've no chance. You can hike it back down to Ennisdale, which from there was a long way. I wouldn't have been able to make it at that stage. I had no water left, nothing left. My charge had gone on my phone, everything. That would make my last chance saloon. Anyway, he said, right, I'll tell you all the best I can do for you. It were about 300 yards away, go and wild camp down there. So I did. But I still had no charge for my phone. I didn't know where I was going the following day. Anyway, he came walking down. Said this in the last video. Anyway, let's just put this into perspective now. If somebody knocked on your door and said they were having a medical crisis, what would you do? Would you tell them to piss off? I wouldn't. I say, come in, let's get you sorted. What can we do to sort you out? You need to charge your phones. Yeah, let's get them charged. You've not eaten. Let's get you some food and get you sorted. No, not that man. He didn't have it in him. He didn't have it in him. Um, so I will be doing it again. I need to work. Fitness wasn't up there. My fitness wasn't good enough. I was having to think about my fitness. Well, that due to food? I don't know. And I can't rely on the phone for navigation. So voices in my head were telling me I was going the wrong way. So I was checking my phone every 2 minutes. My battery was dying. Then I was using the charging bank to charge it. That died. Using my secondary one. That died. And then I was in big trouble. So I left. Anyway, back to where I was wild camping. I left there in the morning. I knew that I had to walk up a ridge. So I saw a ridge path there, followed it. Then there were the cairns on the top. So I followed the cairns and I managed to get to the sleigh by. And that's where I was headed anyway. So that's just a complete fluke. Complete fluke. Um, and then I got picked up. My wife picked me up about 4 miles, a bit further than that. She set off that same morning. She set off because she couldn't get in touch with me. I had no phone. When I got to the sleigh line, I managed to charge my phone there, but I had no signal. And she was driving towards the sleigh line because the last signal they got off me, I were on tracker. She knew where I was more than I knew where I was going. So praise the Lord, something worked out. If it hadn't been for you, Mick, I'd have probably still been going now. All I needed was one night's rest and to sort my batteries out. Then I'd have been all right for another 2 days. So I'm back. I'm going to recoup. I've been to gym this morning straight away. I need to get fitter. The next time, I think I need to get a Garmin watch or some sort of navigation watch where the battery lasts for, over 10 days. Then my phone's just used for emergency phone calls. We can't give in, can we? That's two things that have beat me this year, and I'm not happy about it. Ben Nevis, that was an impossibility. I was climbing up the rock face that was the weather beat me there. But the coast to coast, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd gone too far without my medication. I don't know how I'll pull that one right. I don't know how I'll sort my medication out. So that's something that I can't miss. Doing the 200 miles doable, but doing the 200 miles without taking medication and eating, something I need to work on. We've got to think positive. I'm a tryer. I'm going to keep trying. I won't be beat by neither of these. The one I'll do first will be Ben Nevis. That's where I'll go about first. Get me fitness into better order. Because this is supposed to be raising money for charity and awareness for dementia. It's just my dementia don't get any worse before. I didn't think my dementia were as bad as what it is. I didn't think. I thought I'd eaten. I thought I'd taken my medication. I just thought everything was going to plan. But that's the hallucinations and the I think they call them audio hallucinations. Yeah, you're fine, Craig. Yeah, you've eaten. I haven't eaten a thing. Getting cramps everywhere. Absolute donut. Absolute donut. But we will. We've got to carry on, haven't we? So sorry, you guys, for letting you down, but I will be doing it again. But got to raise some money for these charities. Right. Speak again soon. Over and out.